Okay, this was a very interesting watch and a very weird movie. Evil Dead Trap 2 Hideki, or Hideki Evil Dead Trap 2. I just recently talked about the first Evil Dead Trap, and it's a very good movie. Heavy Argento vibes and Giallo vibes throughout all of it. It's like if Argento made a Japanese slasher film with some Cronenberg thrown in for good measure too. This movie is completely different. It's only a sequel in name. They could have called it Hideki and dropped Evil Dead Trap completely. And maybe it would have been more well received, because it seems like this movie is very divisive, and I can see why. It's very strange, it is very disturbing and gets very gory in the third act of the movie, but it's very reliant on the mood, the atmosphere, and just focuses on completely different aspects than the original movie does. You still have good music in here. The score is good, and at times it does sound like the first movie's score, similar to Goblin type music, but it is used much more sparingly in this. And the story, again, has nothing to do with the first one. We have the main character, Aki, who's a projectionist, which I think was deliberate and kind of important to try to figure this movie out. She's not the best looking woman, she's very depressed, and she's going through a lot of grief and trauma over an abortion that she had years prior. And while a bunch of women start being murdered in the streets of Tokyo, she is seeing the ghost or apparition of a kid named Hideki. And then you have her friend Emmy, who works as a reporter and is basically covering all of the murders that's going on with the women. And then as the movie unravels, you start to see Emmy's story and what's going on with her merge together with Aki. I don't want to get into spoilers too much. It is such a strange one. It's very deliberately ambiguous. By the third act, you're in full-on dream logic. You don't know what's really happening, what's real, what's not real. There's a lot of great stuff going on. Good effects work, creepy mood and atmosphere. I do like where the story goes once you kind of understand it. It has some really disturbing sequences too, but that is Evil Dead Trap 2, Hideki from 1992. Very strange, very artsy, so out there, very disturbing at times. Great imagery. I don't think anybody fully understands this movie. That's why I want some theories in the comments. So if you have any ideas on what exactly happens in the movie, leave a little spoiler tag or something in the comments, and let's try to decipher what the fuck happens in this together. Don't go into it expecting anything really similar to the first Evil Dead Trap. It's a completely different movie. But for me, it mostly works. And there is some social commentary. It's not heavy-handed, but just from everything that happens in the story, this might be one of the most anti-abortion movies I've ever seen. But again, it's not like it's beating you over the head with that message. Abortion and loss and grief over losing a child or miscarriage, those are a lot of themes that are explored throughout the movie. So let me know what you think. If you haven't seen it, it's on Prime.